Hey everybody! Today we are going to be talking about annual planning and its importance in your year. Now, when you're doing the annual plan, I want to help you to create a well-rounded year. Your job is to create a fulfilling business along with creating a profitable business. So we want to plan in life around your work. We also want to have goals within your year, not just for business, but for your life as well. You want to take a minute and break down things monthly. This is the monthly hour done concept I was telling you about. And make a plan every single month about what you would need to do to accomplish every single piece of your goals. So within your implementing change, remember how I showed you this slide when we were talking about planning? Now we're going to get into the macro goals. This is where we want to create a comprehensive plan. So we talked about micro is Monday hour 1. Macro is going to be within the annual plan. We want to create a comprehensive plan that is holistic, so it can include your life and your work. And we want to schedule, like for the example I have here, you want to schedule vacations and renovations the opposite of the busy season, which I mentioned the last time. I travel in the summer because that is the opposite of my busy season. Now, you want to prioritize what matters. So we're going to start with your personal life and your relationships. When we're thinking about your personal life, obviously that's like workouts and self-care within your Monday hour 1. But when you look at the macro level, that could be like, I want to run a marathon this year. I would love to buy a house. I would love to renovate. What kind of things do you want to create in your personal life in this year? You get to put down. Then within your relationships, how do you want your relationships to grow this year? A lot of times with this one, I will put trips instead of trips going in discovery, because those trips are typically done to see people. If I'm doing a trip for myself, I put it in discovery. If I'm doing a trip for relationships, I do put it in relationships. The other things is the discovery category. What kind of things do you want to create and have within this year? Those things could be like playing an instrument. It could be going to a wedding. You're going to do a bridal shower. What are those bigger pieces of your year that you want to create? Then within your business, we have the reoccurring processes. So I'm kind of going in like an L shape there. And when you're doing the reoccurring processes, I want you to think about the micro as like household tasks. Like I showed you guys in my Monday hour 1, I have laundry on there. But within the macro, when are you doing your projections? When are you figuring out how many potential clients you want to bring in? That's what you want to put in the reoccurring processes. And last but not least, your business advancement. How can you set up more systems and structures so that you can grow? So maybe a macro goal for you could be completely restructuring your program. It could be doing something like recording all these modules like I'm doing right now. It could be hiring or even different strategies that you want to implement. Now, when you look at what this quote says, it says, don't let life pass you by. And I think a lot of my business at the beginning, I sacrificed relationships. Not sacrificed relationships, but I was like, oh, I can't go on that trip. I can't hang out with this person because my business takes priority. I remember even we had to move a flight because I had a consult that ended up canceling. I want you to focus on putting your life first. You're going to be so much more rested and rejuvenated, have so much more to give your clients when they come. Now, when you're thinking about your annual plan, we're going to break it down with your big goal, and then we're going to break it down quarterly. One of the examples that I gave was like if you want to read more, you could break it down by the number of books a quarter. For your relationships, when are you thinking about traveling, or those kind of things that you want to put in your relationships? Within reoccurring processes, that's the business part. So it's like, okay, how many clients would I like to work with in each quarter of the year? Putting that in, and then you'll see that with the career advancement, that's where you actually put the revenue. So it's like if I want to work with 6 clients and I charge $1,000 a month, that would be $6K a month. Quarters are 3 months, so then that would be $18K a quarter. So you'd be like 18K, 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 18K. And last but not least, of course, discovery. Figuring out what do you want to create within your life this year. Now, we want to break that down monthly. So this is a great place where you can actually see visually. I love this chart because I could see, oh, I'm going to be going on trips in like pretty much the whole month of July. For me, I was traveling. I was home for like 5 days, which is the thing that you can do when you know July is going to be a slow month for you. When you've done this enough, because you're in business for long enough, you can see, oh, I'm going to plan all my vacations for July, June, and August. Awesome. The other thing that I could see is that I wanted to, for this next year, I'm launching this group 4 times. So I planned it out, so I'm going to launch in certain months, and I'm actually taking a month off in July, and I'm going to launch again in August and September. So when you take that and you put all of those pieces on, the pieces that you know for your months, what you're going to do is then you're going to break it down by week. So let's say I know that I'm going to be traveling. When I was doing the July trip, I knew I was going to be traveling the 1st, 2nd, and 4th week of the month of July. So each month, what you can do is you can be like, okay, if I'm traveling for 1, 2, and 4, what do I need to make sure that I'm prioritizing within my business for the 1 month I'm here? And for me, of course, that was batching my content. So I made sure in that week I batched my content so I was ready to keep on traveling. And I want you to know that you are just a light in the world. I know that these are quick systems, but I really do think they're going to be able to help you so much and give you the freedom that you've been looking for.